my best friend. Welcome back to my channel, my return of subbies. And if you're new, it's your favorite Southern psychic, Lele in the building. And today we got another reader, so go ahead and get your drinkity drink, go get your snackity snack, and let's get it poppin'. Now today's topic of discussion, people are saying you're a bad AF, alright? And you don't clap back, you elevate. I just want to say congratulations because you really pulled yourself up out the mud in such a monumental way. Now, people are saying you're bad AF. And whenever I say bad, I don't mean like, oh, you're a bad person. I mean like, you're so good, you're bad. So story time real quick. My grandpa, he was a guitar player. He was a really well-known guitar player in East Texas. And back in the day, he even played in Battle of the Bands with Don Henley. And he was a bit of a rock star wildflower. But I remember him talking about like working with other artists and also going to different shows and stuff. And I remember him talking about certain bands that he liked. And I remember like the way that he would say, like if somebody was really good at something that they did, like he would say, oh, that band, oh, they were real bad. So this is what it's giving. Whatever your profession is or what you're doing, it's like you're so talented at it, you're so good, you're bad. I'm hearing that you have earned your stripes. You have earned a seat at the table. You went through so many phases in your life where you saw other people get their flowers, and you seeing everybody getting witnessed and recognized, and like you were wondering, why ain't I getting recognized? Why do I have to struggle so hard? Like you felt like you had to struggle so hard to get to where you are today, and now you're seated at the throne, period. It's gotten to a point where people are even trying to replicate what you got going on. This is the season of being a trendsetter. This is the season of going from being overlooked to overbooked, dude. So I'm hearing Spirit say, think back to all of the times where you went through phases in your life where you felt like you were not seen and recognized, and then something panned out. It's like according to plan is what Spirit's saying. Spirit's saying it happened according to plan, where you're like the secret weapon. Your archetype is the dark horse. And what the dark horse is somebody who unexpectedly wins. You were the one who was counted out. You were the one who was always overlooked in situations. But as other people were getting their flowers and having their spot in the spotlight, you were over here formulating like a mad scientist. And just like a mad scientist, boo, gets a little crazy with the trial and error and having to go through the scientific method. And even in those moments of feeling defeated, you did not give up. And now I'm hearing that this is the debut of the dark horse. All of those silent battles and the silent tears that were done in the dark that nobody knew about. It was all adding fuel to this creation, this thing that you're working on. It's literally giving me the energies of like Rocky. Y'all ever see that movie Rocky? Even his trainer didn't believe in him. He decided he wanted to prove everybody wrong. Like, no, you're wrong about me. And this is what happened with you. It was like the last straw. And sometimes we'll be pushed into situations that force us to look at ourselves and admit the truth that you're not satisfied with the way things are. And although that moment might have felt kind of defeating and it felt like, well, dang, like having ownership for where you are in life is what I'm hearing. And so that's what you did. You took the power back. You're like, never again. I'm not going to sit there and dim my light and not be the best version of myself. And so you stayed in the kitchen cooking, period. Here you are, putting all these ingredients together. And like I said, even using all the painful experiences as ingredients to this concoction. If you hadn't have gone through those heavy things in your life, you wouldn't have been this baddie. So let's get it popping with the tarot because these cards are insane, dude. So we have the Emperor clarifying the Judgment card. And this was that very moment that you stepped into your power. And although you're in a season of arriving, you actually arrived the moment that you made the decision for yourself to change. And speaking of change, we have the Empress, and it's clarifying with everything is fine, which looks like the Ten of Swords, followed by the Death card. Bro. When life gives you lemons, you make that lemonade. And that's exactly what you did. Except for you put your own little secret sauce in it, right? It ain't no normal lemonade. It ain't no regular schmegular lemonade. And I know that, like, you know, the spiritual community likes to glamorize the idea of transformation, but honestly, transformation is really ugly and painful. Like, in order to have a level up, you gotta go through the grit and the burn. And so just like, you know, pump and iron kind of thing, like, it hurts the muscles, but like, you strengthen your muscles and you become stronger. And because you did this, because you sacrificed day in and day out, now you're tasting the sweet victory of success here, dude. The Six of Wands is clarifying the star, and this is so beautiful because everything that you endured, all of the pain, all of the heartache, all of the betrayals, all of the backlash, the no's, like it all led to your come up. I'm also hearing rejection, moments that you felt like you were rejected, felt like the outcast. And the thing about your fire, it's like you have this fire within yourself. And even in those moments that you felt like the fire was going out, you still kept persevering. Maybe at one point you felt like the fire was gone, but the truth is it was still a spark. And then the gush of wind came in and whoosh, it lit you up, boo. Now, we also have a lot of this imagery of like the sun returning kind of energy. If you look at the death card here, okay, the sun is coming up. And then we have in the oracle cards, this is so crazy. We have welcome coming through, joy, okay, and we also have hope or Yule, okay. You see there's the sun coming through here, which is representing a time period that you went through with this Saturn energy. You learned a lot of lessons is what I'm hearing here. All of these lessons that you learned through the rejections and heartbreak literally became the cornerstones to your success. I see somebody who's like into masonry or something, and they're taking like the pains and the heartbreaks are actually metaphors of bricks, and each brick you lay is like, okay, I'm building the walls, I'm building my empire. So you're saying be proud of yourself for getting yourself to this place. And as the sun returns, welcome it with joy. The big message is coming through with the welcome card, welcome joy and hope. It's like welcoming the good. Say yes to the goodness of your life. Say yes to the success. I'm hearing that maybe one of the fears could be, let's say, with this new level of success that you're reaching, there might be like this subtle fear of like, okay, this is going to require me to be a different version of myself, right? It's going to require me to show up in a different way. This is something that you're learning. This is a seat of authority. And Spirit's saying you have what it takes to do this and follow this through and be consistent and keep it going. Like, people really feel this shift in you and they see it with you too. Spirit is saying, arise, dark horse, arise. It's like you went through that time period of letting people misunderstand you, letting people doubt you. And now they gotta freaking eat their words, dude. Yeah, we have the underworld coming through. This is what I'm saying. Like, you literally went through the pits of hell. You clawed your way through. And see, it has a pomegranate, and the pomegranate represents royalty. Back in the day, it was only royals who were allowed to eat pomegranates. And it also represents fertility. And they believed that if they ate the pomegranate seeds, that they would become fertile. So this is a season of fertility. Like, you were the fertile soil in the darkness. And this is where your greatest ideas came from, okay? With ideas at the bottom of this deck here. Without that period of darkness, you would not have had all these creative genius revelations. The graveyard, unnecessary fear, and this is something that you're realizing is these fears, these limiting beliefs, and I'm also hearing imposter syndrome, like they're gone with the wind is what I'm hearing. You have what it takes to pull this through. This is realizing that you were the light in the darkness. And so you're walking through and stepping into this time period of owning the position of the light, owning the position of being like the sun. And just like the sun, sometimes it can make you warm, but sometimes it can get too hot, and that's your energy now. It's like you're embracing this part of yourself that was once forgotten. This feistiness, this fierceness, this fire. Didn't want you to really shine your light back in the day is what I'm hearing, and now you're doing it so unapologetically. We have the change card, the mummy, and at the bottom of the deck we have cauldron, synergy and healing. Yes, pressed like the cauldron, pressed like the diamond. Completely transformed. You're completely shifted and changed. I'm hearing that you had past lives where you were literally in positions of authority, okay? I'm also hearing it's like kings, queens. I'm also hearing prophets. This is something that you're remembering. You have this regal spirit, and you were like born into a circumstance where it's almost like you were at peasant level, okay? This is like energetically speaking. But even though your surroundings didn't really reflect the spirit that was within you, you're returning back to that spirit, and it's starting to become transformed and recognized in this lifetime again. So like I said, the light and the dark, the lamp. You're not only lighting the way for yourself, you're leaving these breadcrumbs for other people to follow. Some of these people who are following are inspired by you. Other people are just keeping tabs on you because they're really nosy is what I'm hearing. We have the dawn, light after the darkness. Bro, what was I saying with the death card? The light after the dark. Okay, that's what's happening now. The light is returning back to you. Your vitality. You are back in your power, baby. Period. We have the magic card coming through. It says, I'm not underestimating my own magic anymore. Power, beginnings, and transformation. Yes, I love this for you. You're turning your magic all the way up this season. Yes, bro, we have the emotions card. Alchemy, processing, and sensitivity. Honor the flow of all the emotions. So like I said, like you've been transmuting all of your emotions into your magic. Like I said, the bricks that represent the heartaches and pains. and using them as fuel, using them as ammunition. And I love quoting my sister, God bless her. She's an Aquarius, but one of her favorite quotes to say is, I can do all things through spite, which strengthens me. Like, sometimes you gotta use those heavy, dark emotions to get things done. And there's no shame in that. Oh my goodness, we have grow together. I just saw an orb on my hand just now. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So it says community, connection, and reciprocity. Find those who inspire you to bloom. So there is a message coming through here of connecting with other people and inspiring people with your story. At the bottom of the deck, we have the fairy, and it says, darling, don't you remember you're a bad ass? Keep winging it. Exactly. You've been winging it and finally something's sticking. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I'm seeing someone throwing darts and you keep missing the bullseye, and like finally like you make it, and then you start making it every time. And it says blessings, flow, and magical energy. Okay. So blessings are flowing in for you this season, in front of people who doubted you, in front of people who hated on you. Bro, we have the Empire of Bones and Dracula's heiress. You come from regal people. You come from royalty is what I'm hearing, okay? I'm hearing a curse that happened, a contract that happened on your family. I'm hearing precious inheritance. Some sort of inheritance was taken away, and you're re-inheriting it is what I'm hearing here. Spirit's saying, walk like you have an army of 1,000 ancestors walking behind you, because that's the kind of power that you have. You are very important. There's this energy of like, it's almost like the forgotten royalty, or like the missing link in the bloodline. Now I'm getting a metaphor of like the Holy Grail. That's what I'm hearing. You represent like the Holy Grail. I'm hearing that you were always a threat to people in power. You have such a powerful spirit. It literally makes demons shake in their boots, dude. And we have Medusa's mysteries coming through. It says, call upon the protection of the great goddess. Find power in your feminine aspects. Embody your fierceness. What was I saying? Your fire. Heal old pain, and be unapologetic about wielding your authority and letting your beauty shine. That's what's happening with you, boo. You're finally reclaiming the throne. Continue to let your beauty shine. Continue to be stunting on these people who don't want you to shine your light. It literally feels like the enemy has attacked you through people, okay? It's like spirit hoppers. And we also have second spring at the bottom of the deck, which is showing that you're going through a second spring. It's like you're getting a second wind. And I know that you've been through so much where it's like, it makes it to where like you kind of harden up a little bit. It's like, okay, when's the shoe gonna drop? Spirit said the shoe ain't gonna be dropping this time. This time, you're living legacy, period. Consistency, legacy, sustainability is what I'm hearing. The blessings that are on their way to you right now, these blessings are here to stay. So comment this down below. I have arrived, period. Something trying to make you give up on yourself. It feels like a spiritual warfare is what I'm hearing here. Do not let the enemy win. Do not let them win, okay? We fight not against flesh and blood, boo. Okay, we have baby steps coming through. It says, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So you're very intuitive, and sometimes like whenever you know, like you're like, I gotta take these steps, but I'm not sure. Like I said, it's like perfectionistic paralysis. You're breaking out of it and finally trusting yourself to take the right baby steps. All of the little steps that you're doing is adding up to the big picture. Oh my God, keep going forward. I don't know what you're doing right now, but you're about to have such a major breakthrough. We have the portal. It says doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card. Whoa, dude. You are deciding your destiny finally. You're saying yes to the blessings. You're saying yes to the opportunities. You're saying yes to the highest ideal version of yourself. So a portal is opening up for you right now. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lost Lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. What was I saying? Like, I'm getting a lot of past life energy. There's this energy I'm feeling of past poverties. There was some sort of like karmic completion in regards to living like energies of poverty, and you're walking into an energy of abundance and richness. And it's just not about money. It's about everything. It's like having an abundance of ideas. I'm hearing like there's this abundance overflowing of ideas, of possibilities, of opportunities. Like I said in the beginning, you're going from being overlooked to overbooked. So this card says lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before, okay? And you're doing something different. It's like you're choosing again, but you're choosing differently. You're moving differently. Star ancestors. The past couple of readings, we have been getting heavy ancestral energies. It says hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. So you finally woken up to who the F you are is what I'm hearing. You are a galactic star seed. You are an old soul. It's giving regal energy, and you're walking like you have 1,000 ancestors walking behind you. When you carry that kind of energy, people feel it. Like right now, your power is pulsating right now. So let's just do a final recap of today's reading, okay? You're walking through a time period where the dark horse has arrived. You're done formulating, you figured out the concoction. This is your time where you're center stage and center focus, dude. And as you be bold and unapologetically you, let them stare at all. Because this, my friend, is a season of sweet success. So let's go ahead and get it popping with some final advice. The spirit with final advice there for my spiritual baddies who are slaying. Bro, yes. Look, we have warrior at the bottom of the deck with the lion. Okay, lion spirit animal. Inner strength, clarity, and presence. Okay, you have presence, you have power, and you have authority. So the two cards that flew out is the Sorcerer. It says ambition, willpower, and creation. So this is a period to wield your magic. Not second guess your magic, your creative talents and gifts and abilities, okay? Back to this energy of the magic, owning your power. We also have the Ascension card, and it says transformation, end of a cycle, and beginning. So whatever has been going on recently that has tried to trip you up, boo, no weapons formed against you shall prosper, period. You are powerful AF. Affirm that down below. I am powerful AF. You are finally the butterfly. You have broken out, and now it's time to fly, boo. It's time to soar. It's time to own this power and show the world what you got, period. All right, so that's the reading I have for you, darling. I send you so much love. Congratulations on this level up, okay? Until next time, you have a blessed and wonderful day. Ta-ta.